Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Thursday, September 8th. So like I said, yesterday was our wedding anniversary and it was a good day. I did some stitching. So I worked more on my Prairie Schooler Bump in the Night. And remember, I said I was substituting one of the squares that I was to. And so I started working. This is the one I substituted. It's the skeleton. So I got a pretty good bit done. And my aim, I only have his head, the rest of his head to do. So that is my aim. And then to do today. And then I'm guessing I may go down to, I'll probably go down to this corner where I'm going to substitute for this one. I'm going to substitute the bats. So I'm going to put that one down there. And I already have that copied. So I think I'm going to head down there next and then do this one and then this one and then the witch. So the witch is going to be a lot of fun, I think. She's the biggest piece in there. And she's holding a bat. I just realized that. Yeah, it's going to look really good. Really, really good. So having a lot of fun with it. And I watched, what did I watch yesterday? I started watching a show called Echoes on Netflix that Jill actually watched. And I want to say it's 7 episodes. I'm only on episode 2 and I'm already like, what the fuck is this show? So the premise of it is twin sisters, one goes missing. So the other one travels back to their hometown to try to figure out what's going on. But boy, is there a whole lot more than that. I'm not going to give it away. But it's a good, like, crazy thriller drama. So for our anniversary, we had a good dinner. We went and got, Bill was done his class at about 3 o'clock. We went into the grocery store and got some steak and baked potatoes. So we had that. And because we just took our trip, we agreed no gifts, no cards. We wind up throwing the cards in the trash anyway, right? So we're watching TV, we have dinner, it's approaching bedtime because, Bill works today. And it's like 7:45 and he said, can you reach in, we have like a middle console where with our furniture, we have 2 recliners, there's like a middle piece in the center. He said, can you get me some floss? Like, we keep floss, the TV remotes in there, stuff like that. And I thought it was odd that he said, can you get me some floss? Because normally he would just get it. So when I lift up the thing, there's this envelope in there. And it says, Bill and Danielle, happy anniversary. And I said, what is this? He goes, I don't know, it was delivered. I said, what do you mean delivered? I'm like, this looks like your handwriting. He's like, just open it. Now, I want to preface this by saying, we watch The Bachelor and The Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise and all that. So we just watched the episode where they had the fantasy suites where they get to stay overnight if they want to. So we just watched that on Monday night, Tuesday night. So when I opened the envelope, first of all, there was a key in it. Okay? And then there was this. Now, the fantasy suites on The Bachelor, there's always a card and it will say, if you choose to, forego your individual rooms, you can use this key to stay in the fantasy suite as a couple. And it's always signed by the host of the show. So the card says, Bill and Danielle, love is in the air. I hope you are enjoying your anniversary. Should you choose to forego your individual rooms, and mind you, Bill and I sleep in separate rooms, so this could not be more fitting. If you watch my channel for any length of time, we have slept in separate bedrooms now for about 7 years, 7 or 8 years. It's been quite a while. Should you choose to forego your individual rooms, please use this key to stay as a married couple in the fantasy suite. Chris Harrison. I was dead. I was dead. I was laughing so hard I was crying. This was so perfect. Like he said, I said, what gave you the idea? He said, when we were watching the show the other night, he was like, oh my God, I'm going to do that. And it couldn't have been more fitting because we have separate bedrooms. So I said, well, what's this key to? He goes, I don't know. It was just a key on my key ring. It was perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I told him, I said, I'm going to keep this. Like, he wants the key back. He doesn't know what the key is to. But was that not the absolute best anniversary present, you know? And I decided to give him the photo book. He loved it. He absolutely loved it. We sat there and we looked through all the pictures, and he wanted me to thank Mary Ann. Mary Ann, thank you so much for making the fishing themed book. He absolutely loved it. It was so detailed. He was very pleased. So I felt like, I'm like, well, he gave me that. And I said, well, I do have something for you that I was going to save until Christmas. I said, but I gave it to him, and yeah, he loved it. So a good night. And yeah, that was just, we were dying. We were dying over. And what's so funny is he said, I had to sneak into your office the night before to get the cards, because I keep index cards in the closet. And he said, I was hoping you weren't going to stitch, but you did. Now, I didn't stitch for very long on Tuesday. I only stitched for like a half hour or so because I only had like a small piece to finish on one of the squares. So and he was stealth. He was like a ninja because I didn't even hear him. Like, this whole house creaks. I didn't even hear him come into my office, and I heard nothing. And then he said, so while he was taking the class yesterday downstairs, he was writing the card, right? He said, I must have went through 40 cards. I said, well, why? He said, well, I kept messing up. He said, I would word it and I wouldn't like it. He goes, or I would misspell something. He said, so at the bottom of the trash can, because we have a trash can in our utility room, he said, I buried all of the cards underneath other trash so you wouldn't see it. Like, he went to a lot of trouble. And, you know, it's those little things. It's little things like that that make me realize why I married him, why I continue to choose to be married to him. It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect that he did that. So no purchases. I don't have anything. I'm still waiting for my Needlework Expo order to come in. Hasn't even shipped yet. I'm guessing she's waiting to get in. I mean, I ordered a lot of patterns. I literally probably ordered 30 patterns. I know. But when I think about, you know, I don't buy a ton of patterns anymore throughout the rest of the year. Nashville, I bought some. This one, I bought a lot. That'll probably be it. I mean, not it. I don't want to say it, but I won't be buying 30 patterns. And when I go to the retreat in 2 weeks, I probably will not be going to the store since I was just there and just bought a couple patterns and got all that floss and everything. So Charlize is playing soccer. My stepfather called me yesterday and sent me her schedule. Unfortunately, the field that she's playing at, the park, it's like 40 minutes away. I mean, luckily they are on Saturdays and Sundays, but I was like, why does it have to be 40 minutes away? So I don't know how many I'll be going. She only has 6 games, so I'll be able to get to some of those. And then she is in the marching band this year for high school. She's actually playing keyboard. And so my mom sent me yesterday, because I talked to her and my sister on the phone yesterday for like an hour. She sent me the schedule for the football games. So there's only a couple. There's only like 3 or 4 that are home games. And one of them is the school that Charlize goes to, the school that Bill and I went to. It's a rival high school in our area. So that is probably definitely the one that we will go to. And it's at the end of October, so it's probably going to be much cooler weather. But yeah, it'll be good to go to that kind of stuff. So yeah. I mean, given if, you know, if I'm done work in time, because the games are on Fridays at 6:30. So, but the high school that she goes to and is playing at, it's only 10 minutes down the road. So But okay, I thought I would end today with a poem from Donna Ashworth's book, I Wish I Knew. And you know, I have like on my Goodreads account, I have this book in there as being read, and also the true crime book, because I am reading it. And like, why I should definitely be able to count it as a book read. I did start a new book today that I got from the Prime Reads, where if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get one free book a month. They give you a choice of like 5 books. So I picked a book called The Hike. It's pretty good so far. Okay, so this poem from Donna Ashworth is called The Flame Lighter. Whatever mistakes you make, however you let yourself down in this life, let it never be the act of putting out a light. May you never be responsible for pouring water on someone's little flame, a flame they work so hard to keep burning. Whatever mistakes you make, however you let yourself down in this life, I pray you are never the reason someone ceases to be themselves, stops allowing their quirks to show, and starts to hide away from the world. I hope that for you, for really, there is little more sad to see than a precious light being extinguished when this world so very much needs more light. You have the power to light another's flame or put it out. Never let it be the latter. Absolutely. You know, we should always lift each other up. I know that's easier said than done, but it's easier said than done in some instances. But for the most part, don't compare yourself to others. Again, easier said than done, but we all have so many amazing things to share with one another, and yeah, let's be the light for each other, right? Okay, I hope you guys all have a fantastic Thursday. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.